Hi, I just want to make this video today to state why the UK sucks right now. It's quite a statement, I know, but I just thought I'd clear my mind on this type of thing because I do like politics, as toxic as it can get. I do enjoy it. It's nice to have like a discussion. I prefer the more friendly ones personally, but you can't keep everyone happy. I believe you can have your opinion. I don't tend to really, hate on others' opinions unless it's, like massively progressive ones. Like, you get some of the people who say all white people are racist, all white people, are inherently racist and they will always be racist, that type of thing. I look white as hell right now saying that. I don't know why I look so, I think it's the lighting, but yeah, I thought I'd give my opinions on that. Well, firstly, I don't agree with that. I don't believe you are inherently racist because you're white. That just doesn't make any logical sense. I did not decide what happened with slavery all those years ago. That was my ancestors, and do I agree with it? Absolutely not. If I could go back in time and somehow change it, I would. And there's a lot of, I read online, like, there were some people who were against it even during slavery times, white people, and they were like, well, hated by the communities, I guess. But no one talks about them. It's always about, white men and how white men are the problem for everything. Well, I live in Wales. It's not so bad here. Sorry for the lying, but it's like massive problems when you go to other places in the UK, like England or that. Like, there's some massive PC culture there, type thing. A lot of people hate Trump here. I personally, I don't believe he should have as much hate as he has. He's just, doing what he thinks is right. I don't think you can hate a man for doing that, unless it's a murderer and they think it's right killing people. But there's always different things that compile to this whole thing. But yeah, as for Trump though, I don't think he's that bad really. I don't think building a wall is such a bad idea, especially the whole immigrant thing. I mean, there's been so many just attacks by, whether it's ISIS, whether you want to say it's just Muslim culture, that's a whole different discussion, but we'll just say ISIS for now, or all the other organisations that want to harm us because of their religious views, which is just wrong if you ask me. But yeah, I don't think building a wall is necessarily a bad idea, and if you'd think that it's not fair for the refugees, the people who are trying to run away and stay safe, well, for the people who want refugees and for the people who argue that it's not Muslim culture, it's fine, then why do you think they're trying to come to our countries? Do you not think it's because they're they're not fan of the rules and stuff? How, cause I've looked a bit into Muslim culture, and it's all, or Islam. I'm not even familiar with the terminology. That goes to show like how not educated I'm on it. But from the basis of it, it's pretty obvious to see that how the laws and women are, how they're all oppressed, that type thing. It's just not okay if you ask me, but that's just my opinion, I guess. I know I'm not gay, but I definitely do want gays to have rights, type thing. There's someone at my door. I don't think that should be a bad thing at all. I think that I know it's fine. I think gays should have all the rights in the world, personally. I don't believe the government should be interfered with marriage, type thing. I mean, you can do what you want, type thing. I don't mind, as long as it doesn't affect me. I don't want to be having stuff hurled at me in the streets because I'm white. Like, see, it's gone to the point now where there's people like the BBC. They're not even hiring white people anymore. Like, that's not fair at all. Like, I might have a high. I'm not very good. I'm going to say I do have these grades because I wasn't the best at school. School was just a bore for me. But I could potentially say now. Let's say I had good grades, better than a African American or a darker skinned person. I don't really know the terminology, but they'd be hired anyway. Like, I wouldn't be. How does that work? I don't know. But if you want to go talking back to the wall, the way I see the wall is, maybe I'm wrong, I don't know, but if you're going to block, some of these immigrants who, you, get black culture, they say they don't have enough jobs, type thing, and that's why they all, they have to, So, well, they have to go and, you know, sell drugs type thing for crime. Maybe that's true. Maybe that statement is true to some degree, but you know, if you'd think that building a wall would stop immigrants taking jobs, which would then potentially give black people jobs, you'd think they'd be happy about that, but they're not. They absolutely hate it. They hate Trump. They hate any Trump supporters. You know, you're instantly racist if you like Trump type thing. But I don't, you know, I think that's pretty messed up if you ask me. I don't think you should be hated for your beliefs. I mean, even if it's a Nazi belief, so I'm a Nazi, I think you know, just even if you believe in it, I think you can believe in it, but I think it's the act that's important, what you do with it, because I think if you stop people from showing they're a Nazi, then there's going to be Nazis, whereas if you let people, you know, believe in the Nazi thing, and obviously don't let them do their crimes and all their awful just stuff they believe in, it would make people less sensitive to it, and they wouldn't find much of a reason to do it, would they? Like, I have quite a strong belief on the N-word. I won't say it because, well, not like I don't even have any subscribers, people watching it, but if there is, you know, like, I believe that the more you say something, the less meaning it has over time, like swear words type thing. The more you say something, if it's in a household, sure, like, your parents don't want you to swear, but for example with me, I say the F word a lot. And it's gone to the point where I can just say it now because it doesn't mean anything, because like the meaning and the whole sensitivity of that's just been stripped away because the exposure to it, the amount of times I've said it, and I think that could be said for the N-word, because you know, black people are so, like, they seem so victimized to it, you know, they seem so offended by it. But if you, I'm not sure, you could just say let everyone use the N-word and everyone would be all, you know, saying it, and it's offensive, it's harsh, it's insensitive, I know, but wouldn't you think the meaning would slowly go away and then people just wouldn't care to use it anymore? That's what I think anyway. That's just my opinion. But you know, it is a law. Free speech is a law. You are entitled to say what you want and express your views, no matter how controversial they are. And I think that's slowly getting forgotten nowadays, you know. People are becoming more offended, more sensitive. Like feminism, for example, third wave feminism. It's the biggest victimization of women I've ever seen. I've never seen women look so weak and offended and cowardly. It's quite embarrassing, I would say. I wouldn't like to be a woman now, because they're just making it out like their lives are awful. It's gone to the point now where if you work in a job, they're also going to hire women over you. You know, the same with the races. And women are being paid now more for less work. Not if you believe in the wage gap, that's fine by you. There's obviously some organisations that don't pay women the same as men, but I mean, if you look at it overall, like as a spectrum, like, you know, there's differences in the choices we make. There's differences in how much we work, and obviously women better children, so they obviously can't work through that process. They're obviously going to work less and be paid less, but they get paid maternity leave or whatever that's called for pregnancy. Men don't get that, but that's not talked about. No one talks about how men are more likely to go to prison, how they're more likely to be bricklayers, how they're more likely to do this and do that. No, it's just women oppressed. We're not being paid as much as men, even though if you look at the statistics, you know, a lot of people who work the same amount of men actually have been earning a lot more now because of this whole feminism thing, which is, I don't know if I'm a fan of that, but oh well, fair enough. I just hope they don't complain even more. Obviously, like, they're the more important topics. Things like, you know, the whole man-spreading thing, that's died out now, because I think people have realised how ridiculous it is. You know, if you want to sit on a bus, you're going to spread your legs, because you have balls, okay, guys? You have balls. You need to be able to, like, bloody sit comfortably, but yeah, that's just that. And what else should we talk about? We talked about Muslims, talked about Trump, refugee. Well, there's like a mixed culture here in the UK. I mean, go to some places, it's like a Arab area. You go to some other places, it's black area, white area, and these like separations are interesting. It's quite, you know, it's unique. It's a unique thing to, you know, to see. But if you look at London, I mean, like, Arabs are running London right now with their shops and all that and everything. I don't think that's a problem, but I don't see how people see their, you know, as a underprivileged minority type thing, because they're basically, there's so many chains of like businesses that they have there and everything. And obviously, you know, people get sensitive when you talk about crime and stuff, but I think from what I saw, a lot of the rapes and a lot of the killings of children and things have been group rapes by Muslim families. So a lot of people think, a lot of people are like, that's not true, it's other people, which it can be, but it is, you can't deny it's embedded in their culture. They are known to do that type of thing, as white people were known to do slavery and that, but we've changed, we've adapted to the times, and obviously we hate what we did. Well, I hope we hate what we did, I sure do. But like I said, I say we did, but I didn't take part in it, but we hate what our ancestors did, to clarify that. But, yeah, I don't think that's very fair. What else? Minor political rant. There's also fat acceptance. I'm not a fan of fat acceptance whatsoever, and I have quite strong feelings on this, and that's mainly because my nan, she's been hospitalised for a year now, if that, maybe more, and the reason for that is her weight, believe that or not. So if you believe you can be healthy at every size, that's not correct, as essentially what happened to my nan was she got so overweight, and because she's diagnosed with clinical depression and some other things that she's always on medication for. She takes a lot of medication. It's quite sad to see, but I'm glad there's things like that to help people who are depressed. But she got so overweight that just her pure body weight broke her leg, and essentially she got gangrene from it. She got some sort of infection, and she had to have her leg amputated up to her cheek, her ass cheek. Not good stuff. She almost passed away, and that's simply because of her weight. And I don't believe, I'd never believed it before that, but I certainly believe it now. At first I thought fat shaming was a essential thing. I thought it was a good idea personally, but the more I thought about it, like, that's basically advocating bullying and stuff, and I believe that if people really wanted to lose weight, they'd just go and do it, right? Maybe they need some motivation, but I don't think fat shaming is the way to go. That's slightly harsh in my opinion, because people can commit suicides over those type of things. It's just not. It's not some. I just wish I would have noticed that sooner, personally. But yeah, things like that happen, unfortunately. I have a few overweight friends who are aware of their weight and they want to lose it. I have a good friend. What was I saying? I ran out of space on my phone. I have a friend who is overweight, and he's aware of it, but he doesn't seem to care to want to lose it. But it's not a problem. Like, I'm not going to deny, like, he's at a weight where he can walk around, trudge around and stuff, so he's fine. Trudge around, that's slightly harsh, but I'm trying not to trigger people. But he's a nice guy. He's one of the most charismatic guys I know. He's got a YouTube channel as well. He's just a nice guy. I would advise him to try losing weight, maybe in the potential future, but that's his choice. I'm not going to bully him into it type thing, but obesity is a problem in the UK, and maybe it's down to how much food costs. Food's really expensive here. Well, healthy food in that way anyway. It's so much easier just to go buy a pack of Doritos and just live off that than essentially going and actually eating something healthy. The same argument can be done with veganism. Being a vegan's great and all, but it's quite more expensive than actually going out and buying some crappy food. And you'd say, get a job. Well, I can't get a job because I'm white and I'm not black, so I won't be able to get a job and pay for it. So I'm going to have to eat some crappy food and put on weight. Luckily I have a fast metabolism because I'm a skinny son of a bitch, but yeah. Thanks for watching, if anyone watched. And yeah, I'll make some other videos soon. I don't know where this channel's going to go. I don't know if it's going to be like all political or if it's going to just be like a monologue of my life. That's kind of what I want it to be. But yeah, thanks again for watching. See you later.